Hello and welcome back to XCom2 War of the Chosen. This is the 4-man run, Ballistic Weapons, only with permanent dark events and a couple of other features. This is your boy Syken, Commander Syken, who is trying to desperately beat this campaign. We're in month number 10 and I'm looking forward to crush it. We still have a couple of preparations to do to finally go against the Chosen Ones, and once they would be done, I think it is a relatively clear finish. So if we can get past the stepping stone of the Chosens, that campaign is winnable. So before we join today's campaign, I wanted to start by showing two things that motivated me specifically today. Normally I'm not starting with those content, so it's a little bit of behind the scene content, so to speak. Let me start with the first part, which is the YouTube channel and the videos. And as you can see, usually I pre-upload a couple of videos just to make sure that you regularly get the videos and that my real-life schedule is not affecting the publishing all too much. However, you see that we have almost caught up, like there's only one more video in the queue. And the motivating fact from my side is we are in almost mission 60 of this run. And I'm getting, right after the release, 30 views per video. So there are a couple of hardcore fans or one person that is often hitting the refresh button that is actually seeing the content. So thank you very much for it. That actually motivated me to put in some extra hours this week to continue and finish the run for you guys. Just wanted to let you know that I appreciate this. If you can leave a couple more comments and share your thoughts, I would appreciate that even more. And here's kind of the second thing, totally accidental today, that motivated me as well. I thought just to get a bit more exposure for the series that I might do a bit of advertisement on Reddit. I'm, as you probably know by now, not the biggest editor of videos, nor am I the biggest marketer. I think that good content by itself should market itself. But then I stumbled across the XCom2 Reddit and across a nice gentleman called Divadevop. Whoever you are, shout out, because Divadevop has done something that I appreciate a lot. He basically has acted as a testimonial, I suppose, and said that he found the legendary Ironman run 4-man ballistic weapons only. If you're interested in reading through it, there are a couple of comments, really positive and nice thread that's showing me that the community of people that watch my videos are super friendly and actually very helpful. So thank you so much for that, Divadevop. Big shout out from my side, and maybe that's a motivation for one or the other person to whatever social media you're using. Share the video with a friend or do a post like that. It's actually helping out the channel and it motivates me to work even harder on the videos. Which brings us, enough with the behind the scene talk, which brings us to today's mission, and that is Operation Cold Wheel. It's a very difficult mission. We can win a scientist, which we actually do not really need, and we can counter a hidden event. I am a bigger fan of countering permanent dark events. However, I decided to... what the heck? I had a team prepared, and now the game removed it. Well, let me tell you what I prepared. I effectively prepared a team that was a bit unorthodox. I wanted to show you more from Captain Praetor Nox, so we're going to see some skirmisher action. I didn't want to go in with the absolute same team that we're normally using, so we're going to see really a bit of switcheroo here. We're going to see instead of a sniper, the skirmisher, and that I think was the team that I drafted originally. Let me see. Did we have another specialist? No, that was pretty much the team. Let me also go through the thought process. We do have explosives plus a nice shotgun and an immunity against mind control on our frontliner. Praetor Mox could get a second item. We do not need the Skulljack on him. Actually, I'm thinking about what second item could be most helpful. There are a couple of items that would be helpful on him. Probably since we're going to go in aggressive, we might actually want to go with an armored vest, because armor will provide a static bonus for us. The other option would be probably another mind shield, but I don't think that there are going to be any. We already have 26 enemies on this mission, so there's not going to be, excuse me, a lost and a chosen one. We will, and we've seen that in the mission description, there are a lot of mechanical units though, so just having one blue screen rounds is probably not enough. That's why we're going to go for at least 2 blue screen rounds. We're missing a good upgrade for her weapon. I think we do not have any further repeater upgrades, so we could either go with advanced laser sight for more crit, or a superior hair trigger, which I think we're going to do just to upgrade the chance of getting extra shots. Let's give it a distinct color. So this here is she could sometimes have 2 shots, and therefore I'm trying to maximize the shots with blue screen rounds. Normally with a sniper we would have enough shots to kill all of the mechanical units. This is no longer the case, so we kind of need to make up for it. As for her, she's definitely missing a good the aim with 83. That's not necessarily the best aim, but she at least has a scope on the autocannon, so I suppose that's okay. 2 plasma grenades, that is fine as well. And I think we're set up. We're set up for success. Let's launch the mission. I am aware that this team is definitely not as experienced as the normal teams that we would take with us, which means on a very hard mission to take a non-experienced team is a pretty clear indicator that we're going to be up for a hell of a mission. But I wanted to give you guys some good content, and with the exception of the lost one, of the chosen ones, I am trying to artificially keep the level of difficulty high by not taking the highest soldiers in. At that point, we could continue the campaign on and on and on, because I don't think that the chosen ones could actually kill us, so we could extend the campaign, so it's at least a stalemate, since there is no time limit in XCOM 2. But I want to win, and that's why we're starting to level up even more. And instead of going in with the same team every single time, which I think would be boring, I wanted to diversify the content a bit and also make the missions as hard as possible. So I'm taking a fair judgment as of how much we could really handle. You can see the plated west turned out quite nicely. So 2 of our units, Praetor, Mox, and Torch, our Grenadier, both have 2 armor. And matter of fact, actually Gunner has 2 armor as well. So we're a pretty tanky team. And we do have 21 rounds to get to here. It's a destroy the beacon kind of mission. So let's see what we're going to encounter up here.
Objective position confirmed.
Interestingly enough, after the first move, we haven't encountered anything particularly scary. Moving in further, Torch is taking the lead here.
I have eyes on the enemy.
Oh, hello. Well, that's a sizable enemy faction. So we have a couple of losts here, plus a chrysalid and a heavy mech. And there's an Advent Priest. So the idea is definitely to take over the Advent mech. Not only for good laughter, but mainly because we could use it in order to trigger all of the loss and still stay in cover. So I guess question of the day is, where are we going to position Praetor Mox? I think we're going to put him over here. Bit of an aggressive move. That's fine.
I will not waver. Got it covered.
So these guys have seen the Lost. Typical day out in the wilderness of the modern world. You run into a full-fledged team of Losts. Like the Advents, cunning and observative as always, have immediately spotted out the Losts. Well, so much, by the way, for triggering or not triggering the enemy. We certainly already have... Oh, wow, yeah. Well... That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. So we do have two of the mechs. Of course, the Lost decide to somewhat ignore the enemy almost completely. And we're now looking at the mind-controlling priest. Dozens of Lost, replicating chrysalid, two massive enemy mechs, and we're in the middle of a dire situation. I love it. It starts as if it couldn't be scripted better. We're giving aid protocol to Cradle, mainly to give him the good old defensive bonus, and we're going to haywire this mech. I'm taking the mech on the right hand side to make sure that we're not triggering too many additional enemies. Let's see what our chances are to take it. Over 40%. I think we're going to take it. I've been asked a couple of times if it would be worthwhile to shoot at a mech with blue screen rounds, then afterwards still try to hack it, because then the hacking resistance is reduced. You can see that the tech score currently is 90 and with 105, so we're already 15 over the tech score. Normally with an average tech score, you're averaging about 30% chance to control the enemy, give and take a couple of percent. That's my experience. I have never seen the mathematics correctly. So about 30% with an equal score. Now with 15 plus, we have shifted it by 8%. Taking a shot, remember, it costs you an action. Shift reduces the score by 10 to 15, I think. So we would increase the chance to 45%. I'm of the opinion that's not necessarily worth it, because action units are so valuable. Yeah, we're just acing it without, so there you go. Success. Control the enemy.
Making new friends.
Alrighty, so the mech is controlled. I think, just from a priority standpoint, this guy here can mind control, sucks, but we really can't change it at the moment. I think we're starting with a chrysalid and then slowly but surely work our way through everyone else. We're killing the losts first.
They will fight no more. Their journey ends here.
Next up would be the chrysalid. I am thinking about really moving just a bit back. I don't know. The difficulty of moving back is we're again positioning ourselves in a very bad spot because we could be the target of the grenades. Moving up here is difficult. I don't know if there are additional enemy packs here or here. The map doesn't seem to be too large, so I'd be a bit careful. And usually enemies roam around these beacons, so just knowing that there's a device, it gives a high likelihood that there's another pack. So everything like over here is kind of not an option at this point. So another possibility would be to move up here, which isn't the worst idea. The priest is probably going to move over here because he doesn't want to be flanked and is then either using stasis or mind control. What we would need to do is we actually would need to kill the chrysalid first, and I'd like to get into high ground sooner or later with our grenadier. So either we're moving up to here or here. I'll decide to take this here because it's safer to not trigger anything else. We're ignoring the loss, and with a 74% chance, I'd like to take my chance for a good old chain shot to mark the target. Well, greed sometimes doesn't pay off, but if we would have hit, it actually would have paid off quite well, to be honest. So instead, what we're doing is we are not pulling another pack, so everything up here is a no-no. We could move to here though and still take a good shot. Probably here is also fine. So we're going for run and gun. A bit more of an aggressive play. Moving far enough away from the others to not draw any additional grenades. I'm really afraid about the grenades and the rockets from the max. We're taking the rupture shot. Nice. 12 points of damage is just very, very, very good. Combat presence. Because with another shotgun shot, we might as well be able to kill this creature. Unfortunately, I miscalculated it because we only had 3 ammunition, and apparently I have already used that. So that is unfortunate. Luckily for us, we still have a solution, which is we're going to whiplash this thing. Bringing it down to 1. And finally killing it. Good enough for me. So mission chrysalid kill is successfully finished. We could go for another sword play here, just to maximize the damage. We are already exposed, but our skirmisher technically has high cover with plus 40 defense from the protocol, so he should not be the main target. The main target should be the mech over here, which means I would decide to reload because we can use the shotgun shots. Priest is getting into cover and is trying to take the mind control. Uses it on the only unit that is completely immune against mind control. So joke's definitely on you, dear priest. Come on, hit this guy. Well, so much for high ground. We were unlucky with the explosion, but we were lucky with not being hit. So let's move here. Still not triggering anything else. And this here might just hit everyone. No, barely off. But it hits enough. It shreds both of the mechanical targets. Also takes away the cover. Certainly need to get back into cover ourselves. I think with moving far enough away from one another, we should be fine. The priest is should be our next target. Yeah, I guess that's reasonable. Let's go for the priest and then for the mech. We could also go for the mech. The priest has only stasis at the moment and the less threatening laser. So if we were to go for the mech, this here would begin to shred it. You know what? Let's see if we can kill the mech. If we were to move up to here, we would be able to see the mech. That's, I think, a good argument. Let's try to do that. I'd like to see if we can get down the mech. Because the mech has a second pair of rockets, and if possible by any means, I'd like to prevent it from using them. There's a nice little hit, shredded, plus an enormous amount of damage. Another hit. Oh, there's the hair trigger. I love it. Unfortunately, did not hit. Close. Close enough. We're continuing by damaging it. We're not finishing it with our skirmisher because I'd like to reposition. If we move to here, it's a flanking position, but hear me out. If we kill the mech, we're actually getting untouchable. Before we do so, we're killing the Lost. Now we do have untouchable and implacable. So implacable, we can still use it to reposition. Not sure where we would want to go. I'm a bit mindful not to extend too much into this direction. I have the feeling that we might be able to pull something from there. Let's try to take this 90% shot. There we go. The mech is down. And we can get back into cover. He's going to cast stasis. Oh no, Holy Warrior. That is an interesting play right there. Come on, hit the mag. Hit the mag. Good boy. A lost swarm appears. I think they are actually helping us. Because they are probably also attacking the enemy. Gosh, that's a large swarm.
The enemy lies below.
And there's another chrysalid. Perfect. Alright, but despite the fact that there is a chrysalid here, which is kind of almost the most scary opponent to face, because they can replicate and have a really, really, really high amount of hit points, I'd like to remove the full cover. We're going to reload, so we're not having the ammunition problem. We're going to tag the priest. Nice little crit, by the way. Good job. Just out of curiosity, how many more turns do we have? One more turn until the mag breaks. You can see it, by the way, in case you don't know. Once Haywire Protocol resets, so once the cooldown is done, it breaks and you cannot re-control already controlled units. That's more a bit of for your info for you guys. We're going to deal with our assault in a second. Let's already give out some aid protocol, because he's going to be the frontliner. We're continuing to take shots onto the priest. Of course, dodges. There's yet another hair trigger. We're being pretty lucky when it comes to the hair triggers. Yet again, he decides to dodge. I think it's a good time for a justice pull.
Choice is made.
There we go. Nice. Nice little hit. Seven to 9 damage, and if we were to melee that guy, we'd be looking at 7 to 9 damage as well. So how about we're moving here,
Okay, I'll go.
right into a flanking position. Good old 100% shot. Come on, crit. Are we looking at sustenance? Is this guy actually... Well, he's not incapacitated. So he just lost his... Oh, wow. Holy Warrior onto a Chrysalid? Holy shit. I don't want to fight that Chrysalid. I figured that would happen.
This is bad.
We need to move away from the car. It's going to explode next turn. Yeah, we're being pushed back here, guys. We're losing a lot of cover. We're probably also removing a lot of cover. This already looks like a war zone. And we just barely are getting started. Okay, so as I was saying, we're reloading.
Locked and loaded.
We are killing this priest here. Getting a 2-for-1
It's dead.
and a wonderful implaceable right afterwards, so we could position ourselves like here. The car is going to explode regardless, so might as well position ourselves right over here.
What's over there?
Perfect, did not trigger anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to move right next to the car with our mech, because the mech is going to take damage from the car. We needed to reload, and let's start to clean up some of the lost ones at least.
The light has left them. We deny our creators.
No, we're not going to shoot the mech yet.
We take from the elders.
So that's 3 of the losts down. Very good. I think we're going to continue by shooting at more of these losts.
There you go. Training ammo fast. Big deal. Guns dry. Oh yeah.
Let's mark our mech first, because it really needs to die, and I can't afford missing a shot with her. Yeah, the shredding is important and the marking is important. That's actually really important.
Back in. Get hit the plate.
Mech is down to 8 hit points. Going to give us an extra round.
As we had hoped, the network separation has been temporarily delayed.
And we are I'd like to somewhat aggressively move in, but there's really no decent spot other than here. The tree is going to be removed with the explosion. This here is too aggressive because the zombies could actually hit us. You know what? Do we have a 100% chance to hit the zombies? No, we don't. Never mind then. Sucks, but we need to Play it defensively. Gotta respect the power of the chosen one, of the loss. Oh, it gets a turn. Oh no. Oh my god, it gets it. What the heck is happening here? It needed to reload. Wonderful. Beautiful. The mech needed to reload. I'm loving it. The car should have exploded, I'm telling you. Okay, well, I think it might already have been a car that had its explosion. If that's the case, I'm regretting not to continue fighting the mech, but it's okay. We'll get there eventually.
Got me some ammo. Happy now? My weapon
Getting rid of the
is
loss.
loaded.
Killing the mech, finally. I don't trust the car. I don't know why, but it just looks shady. I know that this here would be an awesome position, but yet it's right next to the car. And boy oh boy, do I not like the car. So we're moving over here. We're preparing, by the way, the kill, as you probably would have guessed by now. Getting untouchable and implaceable. There we go.
That's it.
Nice little 100% shot. I don't want to use Rupture yet. I feel we're in a very strong position here. And might as well just give it a shot because we already have untouchable. Nice little crit. So we're looking at 5 hit points remaining. Now I'm going to do something that I usually do not do. That I usually also do not recommend you to do. Which is moving into the open. The only reason why I do this is because I don't intend to trigger a pack. I pretty much know that the only thing that's going to be left is going to be this lost one. Alright, since we already killed him, might as well move up further.
Moving on target location.
Kind of a double move here. And like I said, we're moving into the open. But that's purely because I know what's happening. The Lost will attack our Ranger, who is untouchable. So we don't really need to worry. Car still did not explode. I saw you smoking. I saw that you have been hit by a grenade. And cars, even though they can look like wrecks, can explode. Gosh, that's a lot of loss. All right.
Check it before you get too close. Running dry.
Headshot, untouchable. Let's see if we can pull another pack. I can tell with a certainty that we are having quite a lively crowd here. Let's see how many of the loss we can eliminate.
I definitely got that one. Ammo out. Good to go.
So many zombies. Let's go, baby.
I got it, right? Check it before you get too close. That's it.
It's seldom that you see someone with a shotgun to clean house. Yeah, we're going to reload the last action. I don't want to waste a shotgun shot.
I will move.
Again, we're slowly but surely moving up.
Adjusting sights.
Taking our chances for some extra kills. And let's just reload, because
Reinitializing weapon.
we're not in a dire threat.
There you go. Running dry. Ready to go.
Reload, and let's take out the device. Still got ample time and a lot of enemies. Plus, I think we have everyone reloaded, so we should be fine. I was hoping to trigger another pack. I've seen a couple of specters, which is usually a bad sign. But we haven't encountered them yet. Oh, hello. Good, let's see if we encounter something by moving to here. The answer is no.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
One, two,
I got it, right?
three,
I definitely got that one. Weapons burning ammo fast.
and four. Notice how I'm not reloading yet because I still got run and gun. I'm now going to move up with the rest, and if we would trigger another pack, I still have a full movement turn, so to speak. Kind of a bit of an optimization to not finish your turn before you really have to.
A 10 batal. Their casualties grow. They live no more.
Alright, Mox takes all of the shots. That's fine. And I suppose just to... So there could be one pack up here, but we would be okay if we would trigger that.
Tactical
So let's take a peek. I think we're in a solid position. Yeah. I think the remaining packs might be here. And I somewhat have the feeling that this side here is crowded. So we're moving over,
If you say so.
reloading, taking the spot over here, as we know that that's not going to trigger anything.
Moving out.
And oops, no. And we are moving up to here, because we also know that that's not going to trigger anything. We've just been there. Reloading again. I want to keep full magazines. Oh wow, look at that. There is a gatekeeper over there. And have we just triggered 2 specters? Oh my gosh. Well, is that 1? No, 2 specters. Shit. I'm definitely going to use a grenade here. I'm so going to use a grenade. No. Oh, well, it's just a couple of losses. Okay, fair enough. Okie dokie. So I'm shifting over one ability, one teamwork action to Praetor, not to lose anything, because at the moment, like, the reason why I'm doing this now, just to explain the situation, we have encountered 50 hit points plus 64 hit points. So we're looking at straight up 100 plus hit points, not even to count the loss in there. Which means now is definitely one of the turns where you would want to blow cooldowns. Using a grenade, since she doesn't have salvo, ends her turn. So we're going to shift over 1 turn to Praetor. I checked the grenade beforehand to make sure that we can indeed remove the cover. So now we haven't wasted the turn. We're going to remove both of the trees and hopefully summon a couple of loss. Loud explosion draws the swarm nearer. That's always good to hear. Now with Praetor Mox, we are going to do is we're going to give back combat presence because we have just gained the ability to chain shot. And if we were to hit the Spectre with a chain shot, we can almost completely kill it because of blue screen rounds. We unfortunately missed, which sucks. But it's now being marked, so that's at least something. Don't want to position myself here. Well, this would be a great position, but I don't know if we would see the the gatekeeper. What's the problem? I don't want to spot out the gatekeeper all of a sudden and be like, oh wow, there's a gatekeeper, who would have thought? I think we gotta risk it. I am pretty sure we're not going to spot it out. The problem is that this one Lost has opened the door here, which really sucked.
What's over there?
Yeah, okay, good. Lucky for us, we haven't really spotted it out. Okay, so 8 protocol. Who is going to be 8 protocol? Certainly not Praetor. I think we're going to 8 protocol Torch here. Fortunately, we can't shift over more of our action turns. Elsewise, that here. Oh gosh! Elsewise, that would have been a shift of an action to our Grenadier to just deal even more damage. We need to kill at least one of them. If we fail to kill one of them, this is going to end up very, very, very bad. We need to keep the rupture for the Archon. Come on, kill this guy. Very good. Of course, now we execute it. Yeah, we're just going to stay here. I already know that Praetor here is going to be taken over. Sucks, but I can't do much against it. We missed 3 almost secure shots. Could have killed both of the Spectres. Failed to do so. Blazing Pinions is kind of the icing on the cake here. Surprisingly enough, they're taking someone else. There's the Shadowbound. And the creature is trying to move away, but that's fine. I suppose we're okay. I misplayed one little aspect of the last round. We should have killed the zombie on top of the floor. That was unnecessary to take a single hit on Praetor. He would have just he could have just killed him and taken an extra action. Well, zombie did not have enough movement, so I suppose it's all good. Praetor will redeem himself. By killing both of them. Moving in, and this time no excuses. 14 is a wonderful number. Really strong damage. Another 10. Looks good, looks good. Seven to 9. Yeah, I suppose we're taking the safe route here, which is really moving up. Shotgun to the face. Higher crit chance. There we go.
Check it before you get too close.
Good. We got him placeable.
Guess that'll be okay.
We're going to reposition ourselves, of course. Reloading here. And Praetor moves back. We are going to take a shot.
Not good.
Takes a single hit. No, he did not hit. Blazing Pinions should probably hit most of this building. Yeah. And now we are yet again back with an awesome fight against one Archon. I would have wanted to let the swarm appear when the gatekeeper is actually there, so that the gatekeeper and the swarm can kind of battle it out. Interestingly enough, that's exactly what happened. And even more losts are joining us. Well, hello there. It's interesting that they only aggro towards us and not towards the other Advent pack there. We know there's a huge pack standing here, so maybe we'd like to pull them. Wow. We just got swarmed, and the FPS drop, by the way, is I think the sheer number of enemies here, so apologies for that. Just out of curiosity, if we were to use a rocket launcher, we could totally hit that. Oh, back there is where the gatekeeper is. Yeah, I think we're not going to pull the gatekeeper, not in such a sloppy fashion. I think there's yet another pack besides the gatekeeper.
Hostile neutralized. Enemy destroyed. My ammo's running low. No longer a threat. That's it, I'm out. Let's do this. Enemy down.
Alright, we're slowly but surely cleaning house here. Lots of good hits.
Negative damage. I'm ready.
Luckily for us, we still got the Between the Eyes, which is a huge help. Just means we
Happy now?
can deal with a loss independent on the amount of health that these guys have.
Big deal. Weapons burning ammo fast.
Need to be a bit careful where we are moving.
I must focus my strikes. Reloading. Okay, I'll go.
So many loss. The whole turn is just
Ammo fast.
us killing loss. Interestingly enough, we just got our promotion to Colonel, by the way. Gunner will be the next Colonel.
Not even close.
All right, I'll go.
So we got 13 turns left. I think we're okay. It's just this mass of zombies is not going to
Ready to run.
stop. We are being continuously swarmed here.
That's it. I got it, right? Check it before you get too close. Gonna need to reload soon.
Of course, the last one misses. Damn you.
Not good. We take from the elder stock. Their journey ends here. We deny our creators.
So we're keeping our turns. Just want to slowly but surely advance here.
Heading there now.
Let's reload.
Let's rock.
Reload Overwatch.
Covering now.
And we know there's at least one big pack with a gatekeeper. Would be nice to have high ground. And next round there's going to be a swarm of loss. That's even better.
Not even close. Good to go.
Very good.
Confirmed.
Target cleared.
Repositioning. The elders send their objective in range.
There we go. That's what I was talking about. Still got our second grenade. So, oh wow, we're a bit short for the grenade. First target is probably going to be the stun lancer. Very closely followed by the gatekeeper. So, grenade. Everyone's shredded. Even the gatekeeper is mildly shredded. There's the swarm. I was hoping that that would happen, because the swarm should distract these guys. Let's see if we get another lucky hack. Come on. Nope. Not going to work out.
Taking control. Me out.
Could we kill the stun lancer? That's a great question.
Ready to engage.
Answer's probably no. But we could shred some more armor without killing too many of the loss. That's the perfect spot.
They're toast. I'm trusting you here.
Okay, so what are we looking at? We could take some extra shots. I think that wouldn't be the worst idea.
Together, we are stronger.
So if we chain shot, not sure if we should go for the stun lancer. Either that's an option. The other option is the gatekeeper, but 34% chance is really low. We need the high ground. His constant defense of 40 is just insane, and we probably can't kill it. So let's stick with the stun lancer and see if we can mark it. We can mark it, but we can't really kill it. And I think I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here. Like, moving here would be suicidal. Moving to here would be full cover, but still very close. Probably either moving here or here. We could go over here, but that means we're just in a very tough spot. Moving back here means only part of the enemy can see us. Yeah, most of the enemies wouldn't be able to see us. The Archon will definitely fly up, so there is no chance to evade this. We could move up to here. That's only half cover as well, so it doesn't really give us that much advantage. All of this here is clearly visible. This is also clearly visible. I think this here is the best spot for now.
I go as ordered.
I want to have the opportunity to fall back. I am largely concerned what the enemy is now going to do. A Gatekeeper is nothing to sneeze at. The Stun Lancer can one-shot incapacitate us. And we're currently having about 250, maybe 300 hit points on the floor. So yeah. Gatekeeper decides to fuck with us. Do not dare to reanimate. Don't you reanimate. I repeat, do not reanimate. Gatekeeper, do you hear me? Thou shall not reanimate. What the F is it doing? It's just looking at our skirmisher. Weaving its tentacles. I think I need to restart quite soon. Oh shit, it's reanimating. Oh, holy moly. We're fucked. Not the kind of maybe or it might turn out to be okay. No. That's a very solid. We are screwed. I'm surprised how everyone ignores the loss. Other than the Stun Lancer. Okay, so the whole question, like, quite literally boils down to, are we going to be able to kill this Gatekeeper in one round? Yes, then everything's fine. No, then we're going to be in a world of pain. Because I think there are like 30-ish zombies behind us. And not the kind of lost swarm that you can shoot between the eyes and snicker about it. No, I'm talking real zombies. Oh, I forgot there are also a couple of losts, of course. And I definitely need to restart, but I think it's a perfect breaking point for this episode. I'm sorry that we're having so much FPS issues, but it's seldom that you see, I don't even know, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Oh, let's take a look at that. Syken plays a campaign. That's how it usually looks like. Gatekeeper, 20 zombies. And hey, we haven't even started over here. There's another 20 right there. So with that cliffhanger, I am going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to put a comment down below and maybe you subscribe to the channel. See you later.